witness one here. Look at these high flyers tripling up on me. Those are military intelligence planes. There's the double right there. Check this out. Here comes one right here through the clouds. See him? See that one line? So sick of these clowns. Right over me, the top of me too. Look at that crap. Boy, that is something else. I'll tell you another story too. See it right there coming through? I'll tell you another story too. And this is a true story. When I was a young man, I used to work with my dad. He was a drywaller. And you know, I was just thinking about this today. This is how a Christian's life is supernatural. We were working in these fourplex buildings that they were building in a neighborhood. My dad was a drywaller, and we were inside. He taped and floated drywall and textured it. We were in there one day working. This was in Bryan, College Station, Texas, and all of a sudden, these two guys come in black suits with earpieces. And who walked in right behind them? George Bush Jr. He was running. He walked up to my dad, stuck his hand out. He just came out of nowhere. Stuck his hand out, shook my dad's head, and he said, "Hi, I'm George W. Bush Jr. I'm running for governor of Texas." And he shook my dad's hand, he turned around, and he walked out. Never shook mine, shook his. And I was, God, I don't know, maybe 18 years old. And he walked out. I'll never forget what my dad said. He's like, yeah, he's going to run for president. And sure enough, he became president. Well, we'll fast forward it now over to back when Trump was running for office, and he was flying around the country. And you can look this up online. He did a rally in Missoula, Montana. And I happened to be staying in these cult churches back then. I was just so ignorant and stuff. And somebody offered me a room at this trailer house that was like at the beginning of the runway of the airport, right? And so I was staying there. And I came home from work. I was working or doing something. I was applying for jobs or something. I can't remember what it was. And I came back to that place. And just as soon as I got there was cars parked out on the road. And I was like, what are all these cars doing? And cars were parked out on the road. I pulled in. I stepped out of my truck. And I looked up. And there was, Air Force One or one of the Air Force Ones that had a big giant United States emblem on it and everything. And it was only, about 150 feet over my head. Now, what are the odds of that? This federal watch list and all that. Think about that. You're on it. And even George Bush Jr. came to me when I was 18 years old and just popped out of nowhere. And then, that means something. If that ain't weird, I don't know what is, but that's the way my life has been. I've had some of the craziest stuff in the world happen to me, and it all revolves around this agenda with God and Satan, the war. I know it does. And I don't know why I had all this stuff happen to me. God was training. It was all this world that we live in, this simulation, is a training ground. And it's all leading up to something. I don't know exactly what that something is. But, because, shoot, dude, I went out of here where I'm at in these woods. And I'm way the hell back here. But I get out to the main part of the dirt road out here. And they had a grader out there the other morning. And they just graded up the road, and just put rocks all over it. And they did that, I know, because of me, because earlier this year I was in Idaho and they had done the same thing. When I was sleeping in my car 6 o'clock in the morning, this grader was going up and down this dirt road I was staying on, right? just they're harassing me with graders. And then I was like 20. I went 25 miles the other day away. That morning, I saw that grader. I saw that man driving it, and I was 25 miles away because I had to do some laundry, and I was just going to wash my clothes and dry them in the woods. And I was at the laundromat, and what comes by? That same guy in a grader. 25 miles. They had drove that thing an ungodly distance just to do that road. Surely there was a grader closer than that. You know what I'm saying? But this is what they'll do. They have endless finances. Endless. Do you understand? They can print the money. Look, here's another one. That one just went over me. I hear another one. Oh, there he is. That's 4. Within this 5-minute time, I had been talking to you. Now, if they ain't scared of us, Christians, the real ones, because I'm beginning to think that everybody else is just a pretender. Or they're just completely unaware they're being stalked. Completely. You know what I'm saying? If you're not gang stalking aware of it, I don't think that you're a Christian. And I hate to say that. But, or you're not on your way. Or they're just targeting the ones that have potential to become leaders or whatever. I don't know exactly. I know how hardcore I have spent the last 13 years, and I put life down. The book said, don't worry about this world and the things in this world. And I put it down, and the more I studied, I went to college, so I know how to study. And this thing just runs so deep that it's unbelievable. So that's just where we're at. And this thing is it's coming to a climax because these gang stalkers, they're getting desperate. And the more that you know and the more that you find out, the more desperate they get when you start opening your avenues into just other areas. This thing is beyond just physical stuff. I mean, this stuff has been, it's this program has been going on for a long time. And we're just now the scripture says he would pour his spirit out on all flesh, and so people's eyes are getting opened, to what's going on and stuff. And it's just some serious business. So the word for this video would be, dig deeper, you guys. You got to start to dig deeper, because God, he's really pressing on me, dude. And I just, it's getting bad, radical, and things are gonna come to a head. Said we'd be persecuted. It wasn't lying, dude. It wasn't lying. All right, love you. Bye.